You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? 'Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave, I rise. The title of this poem is Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. The poetic device that I am using is imagery. My thesis is this poem is unique to American poetry because it reveals the struggles of African American women as they search for an identity not only for women but African Americans as a whole. My first example is out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. From the shame of our history, I rise, and from the pain of the past, I rise. I'm a black ocean that swells with the cries of the pain I bear in the tide. The huts of history's shame and the pain of the past represent the struggle that African Americans went through, such as slavery and segregation. The author is displaying imagery by stating that she is a black ocean, and the black ocean symbolizes a black person who is having to bear the pain of their trials and tribulations, wailing or crying, wishing that someone was there to take away their worries. My second example is, you may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. You can say harsh things. You can look at me strange. You can constantly show hate towards me, but regardless of what you do, I will still rise. The author is using imagery to display the hardship of dealing with racism in America. A lot of people didn't like a person just because of the color of their skin, but she was able to realize her own worth throughout all of the hate and rise above the very people that were trying to keep her down. My third example is, does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Are you mad because of how bold I am? Does that make you upset? Because I'm expressing the joy and happiness that you should have. The author is using imagery to display how she carries herself. She is able to be bold and confident. This is now the identity of many African American women. We know where we came from and we know what we deserve. So we refuse to go back to the way things used to be. Now we can walk with our head up, knowing what our ancestors overcame, and now being able to progress as a people.